Listen to you with the pret-a-porter. As soon as she's done with her chemo, she has 2 more weeks of chemo, and then she'll be less nauseous. Something tells me that she'd blow away like a vampire. As soon as she's exposed to the sun, she would scream and turn to ash. Something tells me that she'd blow away like a vampire. As soon as she's exposed.
All right, 25-footer from here to the cup.
She left the crypt. That's a big old hill on the backside, huh? I think that the pin is there. So it's definitely going left to right. Yeah, it's for shizzle right there. Yep, that's better than too far. I'll take that. Yep. The burning dog. This is fine. Yeah, that wants to run. If you bring the putter back to the facing side of your right foot, you know, the outside of your stance. And also, each one of these grids is 1 square meter too, so that kind of helps. Oh, your mama. Boy, you got quite the caboose there. Look at that. Yeah, I'd put a.
Little 5-footer.
She's
here,
got some
too scary.
childbearing hips.
Great putt in there for the par.
She has those Hagar thighs too. Look how bulbous her thighs are. You're like it's huge. Like you're like a distance runner. No, there's this guy who plays us whose character has these giant, it looks like a Tour de France cyclist. I think it's the pants fuck his up, make him all weird. They look like him, don't they? That's true. Like, if McDonald's came out with like a flame broiled burger, you'd be the spokesperson. We'll call you McFlamer. Nice little chip in.
All right, next stop. Let's hope for some fairway. Looks like you'll
He's
be
a
in
good
short
boy. Oh, no. Don't. Just chill right there. Thank you. Now, Simplex, I mean, now Screaming, I obviously remember this because, I never forget this, but if the ball is above... like where you're hitting from, like if you hit shift while you're hitting, like before you hit, it'll kind of show you kind of a green grid of basically what you're sitting on, what you're hitting the ball off of. And going left to right, meaning if you're shooting where the ball is above your feet, going left to right, you want to make it. Donnie, why don't you tell him, Donnie? I know it, but I just don't want to tell him. So it's aim right. So it's, yeah. Right now the ball's like slightly below my feet, so I want to aim slightly left, right? Yeah, so if you think about, like, if a ball is like up on a hill, so you're shooting it kind of more in front of you, right? You're going to kind of come across it more, so it's going to want to go left, right? Because you're kind of swooping across your body at that point when you hit it. So you want to aim it right to compensate for that. And same thing with below you, because if it's below your feet, you're going to open up your club face a little bit. It's going to want to go left, so you want to kind of, it's going to want to go right, so you want to aim it left. Which is nothing. And the opposite thing is, if you're shooting up a hill, it's going to give you more loft than if you're shooting with your ball laying where it would want to roll down a hill, right? Your toes are. Yep, exactly.
And for the bird.
That made a huge difference to me because I realized, like, I was always coming up short on certain hits. I was like, why? And I realized it's because I'm shooting up a fucking mountain, so I'm always lofting it more, so I want to put a little bit top spin on it.
Yes.
I've had some 65 footers. Yeah, I've had some really amazingly long putts. Demon hates it when I make it because I get all excited and I instantly go up and try to bed my wife. I am the man! This is where my babies come from. What page is she on? Is she on page 1? Is she... Do you resort to her when nothing else is getting you over the hump and you just gotta... Your legs are cramping, you just want to get it finished before your legs cramp anymore? If if we're doing open kimono, I lately I get sneezy afterward. Like usually when I'm mopping my cum off the back of Demon's wife's back, I start sneezing. That's true. Don't blow your nose, and if you do, do it first. Dude, those thighs. You could You could kick through a brick wall with them things. Nice, nice, nice bar.
Nice bird on that last hole. Let's see another one.
The birdie. There's a yellow on there. Oh, this is gonna. This is going right. This is going right. Get back in. Get back. Nope. Stay in the first cut. Okay.
Yeah, I stand corrected. It's the deep stuff for you.
Mortal punish you. Gotcha. So basically, I only have 70 to 80 means I only have 20 to 30. I'm losing 20 to 30% of my umph. Yeah, yeah. So at the most, at the least, I'm gonna lose 20% on a 70 to 80. Gotcha. Oh, that's what I wanted to do right there. You might get a shit bounce out of this though. Let's see. Nope, straightened out. She's strikingly tall. She's like 7 feet. It is. Look at the size of her shaft. Yeah, he's using a forgiving set. No, he's using a forgiving set, so I think it's just not giving him the distance. But he's staying in the fairway, which is what Kevin hates is the random rock bounces, which always fuck him specifically. As your bull rolls behind the one boulder.
Okay, so you're in the rough here. Not gonna lie.
Get over there. That wind, cooking it. I couldn't resist. That'd be a good kids version of the game, right, Michelle? But look at the yards. Look how nice all the landscaping is.
For the bird.
We're golfing. Trey's flying. I think Dark's doing realistic flying. Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. Not you. My golf shot was wimpy, wimpy, wimpy. So desu ne. There's the stream, Sammy, if you want to watch it, Michelle, or whatever. It's whatever you're used to. It's whatever you get used to. But that's how I think so. I think it gives you a better view of your putter head. Yeah. It's good to have a goal.
All right, 13-footer
Gotcha.
here.
God damn it.
Oh!
What's the speed of these greens? Really? Here they are. Look at that. Yeah, they're soft and medium. Okay. Okay. I've already missed my off. I only have 7.
All right, nice little 2-foot putt. Almost had your
I don't
par
think he
there,
heard you,
but
Michelle.
don't worry too much about it. It's just a game. Next hole, it's coming.
You heard Michelle saying hello to you? Yeah, she's like, oh, it's Simplex. Hi, Simplex. And then there was this crickets. Just crickets. Michelle just... You don't hear her? Blech. Old leather pants got wild. Got wild. Oh, shrubbery.
Okay, it's time to
Yeah.
send this ball on its way.
Those got to get pretty gamey after a while out here on the course. Just,
This one's looking good.
yeah, my guy just stinks. Smells like devil pussy.
Well, I can't get it right all the time. Unlucky.
He never changes his clothes. He always wears the same leather outfit. Oh, yeah. Don't you get sunburn on your head, or do you wear a ball cap or something when you're out in the garden? You should get one of those big wide brimmed gardening hats, man. Keep your skin going. Oh. Big up yourself. It was almost like he was speaking Japanese there. Now give us your Chinese impression. This is, I think it's this club. Air out the balls. That was quick. Get over, get over, get over, get over. Okay, there we go. All right, Bushmaster. Yeah, that thing was on its way to the abyss, and it hit this rock and bounced right back onto the green. I was like, all right, like 50 feet. You're going to the pit. You're going to the, yeah, right. Roll up Everest.
Well, you could have worse lies. There are worse lies on your hands. This one's our first one. Wow, you hit that green and under regulation.
Oh, but look,
This
his
thing
ball
is
rolled all the way back
reliable,
here.
even with gas, I'll tell you.
That'd be great. I'm Don Willis, your today's announcer. I'm not sure who hit that ball. It looked good. It could have been Tiger. It could have been, I don't know who it was, but good looking shot. One of these golfers just made a great shot. That's all I can tell you right now. That shouldn't be enough to affect you. Just swing away. It really only comes into play when there's anything 2 or 3 inches is no big deal. There we go. That's a nice poke right there. Settle down. Oh, it's just don't menstruate all over the fairway. But I don't think there's a default. I think it's just his clubs. I think it's just his standard player clubs. They just don't have the same loft that we have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anywhere. I don't see anywhere where you could do it. That's a good chip. Settle, settle, settle. Flamer. The human. You know, you're Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Heat Miser. He's Mr. Frost. There's a nice flopperoo right there. Thanks, Kev. All right, show us what you got, Donnie. Oop. Fast backswing. Interesting. For your distance, yeah. Look at a little wiggle. She got a little wiggle going in there. See, look at that. Look at that. If you look at it, it looks like she's pooped out my ball, or Donnie's ball. You get to go again. That's true. Well, that was only for the old course.
Drop this and you've got yourself an eagle.
You know, some poor woman somewhere has had a golf ball shoved up her ass. I guarantee it. Some guy's like, hey, can I put this in there?
Nice.
Yep. Use your V key. Dude, you almost smacked that off of you almost rolled the hole there. Hit the back really hard.
Nice clean drive.
I could have gone south. No, I just birded it. I was already -1. But I was already -1. Oh, that's right. I bogeyed. You're right. Yeah, I guess I eagled it. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. There we go. Oh shite.
Got all of that one.
Oh shite. That's going somewhere. Who knows where? Get up a little plateau. Yeah,
Alrighty.
that's not.
Gone
That's out of
bounds.
bounds. That's out of bounds. I got out of bounds on that one. That's 2 strokes. Serious as syphilis. That's right. I was waiting for it. I'm like, well, someone's gonna pick that one up. Well done, Merc. It needed to be said. When I was a kid, I saw some cartoon where they like took a log and they lathed it down to a toothpick, and for a while I thought that's just how toothpicks were made. Yeah, I wasn't a bright child. I was like, it seems awfully wasteful, but you get a solid toothpick out of it every time. A poo tick? I remember once, me and my sister's goal in life when we were kids was to make my mom laugh so hard she'd piss herself, like literally piss herself. And my mom was already laughing, and my sister turns around and she holds both sides of her neck and pulls her skin out. It's like, Mom, I got a toothpick stuck in my neck. And that made my mom tickle herself. Yeah. Faulty Towers, when he's beating the car with the tree branch. I don't know if anybody's seen Faulty Towers. It's a classic Faulty Towers scene. Oh, shit. Oh. That could have gone a lot worse, but it was still pretty shitty. At least he only has one stroke. This is my third stroke, right? Yeah, great. I'm putting all kinds of topspin on this motherfucker. Once again, we're going out of bounds.
Here. Ouch.
Nope, out of bounds.
Have a land.
Out of bounds.
Out of
All right,
bounds.
so fuck it. I'm just gonna aim it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right? Oh, I know. I fucked up my swing royally twice. It's like my sixth stroke. That is, you have a low standard for stroke limit. Dude, you just prolapse her sick ass. That's a putt. Oh, you're probably better off there. You can flop that shit. That's a perfect flop. Trey. You're such a handsome kitty cat, Mr. Loki Bear. Didn't want to be there. I was like 6 feet away? Nope, 25 feet away. Because fuck you, Drizzle. Hey, Kevin, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Yeah, it's a no-scope song. Oh, shit, that was almost a swoosh. That's a big Halo 3 Machinima red versus blue song. Yeah, that's about all they were good for. Actually, the first season was pretty much it. Everything after that was kind of... You'll discover no one's watching it. Ooh. A little more pepper on that. Oh, that's a good move right there. This, yeah, over yonder is a long way down. Ooh.
5-footer here, nothing too bad. Nice button right in the
There,
hole.
a nice 10 for drizzle. Oh. Ugh, it's horrible. Now I'm all freaked out about my next drive. You did. You did. But look at it. Oh, dude, I actually know a guy who's the guy who owns this fuck. He had a black eye, and I like, what happened? He goes, I got in a fight in the golf course. I'm like, all right. Alcohol. Whoa, whoa. Are you? Whoa, yeah. Are you disparaging cornholing as a low class sport? Okay, I'll allow it. Dude, look at dude. Cornhole's fun as shit. A lot of the bars around here have cornhole tournaments. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Fold the bag in half to make it more symmetrical.
Okay, let's send this little ball on its way.
Yep, yep, yep. Totally. That makes perfect sense. To keep saying the variations in, yeah, you've,
Boom. Just boom.
no, like you don't want to do any kind of spin. Spin is bad for sure. Ugh, ugh. Somebody tells me that Kevin's avatar has like a dusty JJ. It's like someone's poured like talcum powder down there. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we should discuss Michelle's vagina and how it tastes. I don't think it's appropriate. But it'll taste like some old rusty coins. It's like licking a 9-volt battery. I knew this girl who had a yellow lab, and her little brother would put peanut butter on a 9-volt battery, and the dog would come up and lick it and go, whoop, whoop, what the hell was that? And he'd go back and lick it again, whoop, whoa. Just right. He couldn't resist the peanut butter. He knew it sucked. He wasn't into it, but he couldn't resist. Seagull, such a good dog. It doesn't get better than that, Donnie.
Nice job out of that beach.
Just tap the V key. It gives you like a lower angle, so you get a little bit more view of your club head. And you can do it for us too whenever we're hitting. It's the one thing you can do while we're hitting our ball. Let's move that one camera around. Oh, you use the whole cup. The flush. Welcome back, Tay. I think Merc and Sam were putting some bait on the hook for that. Little bangers and mash.
This one's for Birdie.
Could go have a meat
Right,
pie,
check the old scorecard here.
a kidney pie. What British thing are you gonna eat?
2 over for the round.
Oi, oi. ER. We're better players and we're better looking. Sammy, what are you up to? Eating taters? Tay's looking to fly, Sammy, if you're War Thundering. I'm trying to broker a
Okay,
sitch.
here we go.
I'm trying to make a scene. We're on the 8th hole now, so we're about halfway done. Carcassonne? Yeah, any game of strategy with Kevin is usually a lost cause from the very beginning. Well, way to go. See. Then it's settled. Carcassonne. Carcass zone. right into the carcass zone. It's the carcass. Listen, we're the ones who put the carcass in the zone. See, I think I'm whaling this thing. I thought that thing's going to go way past. Something's really... I guess I'm just dumb. Dude, Smogger's avatar, his tattoo, it's a cliche of itself. America first, Irish always. You're German, right, Merculator? Do you know how I knew that? No, it's because you're from Minnesota. Because everyone from Minnesota, they're all a bunch of Joymans. Joymans. I don't know why I had to go Joymans there, but it's like Germans and Swedes, right? It's most of Minnesota. I always just assumed that big bird on your chest was photoshopped in, Merculator. The hat's the only real part of the photograph. You can tell because the color's right. And all Santa cats have that giant pixelation all around the outsides. Sorry, Kevin wanted to play golf, and I was like, I couldn't resist. He hadn't played golf for like 3 months. You do.
Okay, a 23-footer from here. Oh, I'm so angry. That was going to be excellent.
Shut the fuck up, John.
Okay, let's see what
El
you can do with
Dante
this 3-footer.
Grande. Donode. The Donald. Donalingus. Donorrhea. Oh, that's even better than screaming semen, right? So yeah, either way, Donnie, you lose. When you get gonorrhea, you end up with the screaming semen. So like Simplex's name is actually named after herpes, and we're all teasing Don about the gonorrhea. If you get enough gonorrhea, you end up with the drizzle. Oh, that calls for it. He's warranted it.
All right, nice little 2-foot putt.
Dude, I remember me and Kevin were playing pool. We were having a bit of a spat. Teenagers.
Sitting at 4 over.
And I knew right away when he was aiming his ball, he was going to try to launch the fucking cue ball right at me. And he did that very thing. Do you remember that, Kevin? And how do we resolve the problem? Dude. So me and Kevin and Mark, the three of us, me, Simplex, and some other dude, We just kind of made a rule amongst ourselves that if a ball ever landed on the floor, none of us were going to pick it up. None of us. And that meant, yeah, that meant that sometimes it took kicking the pool ball 30 or 40 feet down the fucking pool hall into someone else's table and go, oh, thank you. Thank you. It was just a thing we did. And at this one pool hall we played at, it was always packed, and there was like 50 tables in there. Remember that one in Silver Spring, Kevin? No, the Golden Q was out in Hyattsburg. That was the you're in the wrong fucking county one. Remember the other one was the one we asked the cop for directions to the Golden Q once. He looks at us and he goes, "You're in the wrong fucking county." And we're like, "All right, well, that's obvious now, sir." He was sitting in a parking lot. His entire cruiser was filled. The whole back seat was filled with modeling boxes, you know, for like model airplanes and shit. He had a whole rig in his front seat where he was just doing models all day, just sitting in his parking lot. Yeah, it's a big fat dude. Nice shot, Simplex. Now this 4-putted in.
Okay. Grip it, rip it, let's go.
Dude, that'd be awesome. We're back to the Masters. Donnie's on the 5th hole. Who the fuck shot that ball? Did y'all see that shit there?
Sweet.
Probably is. So I'd be curious, like, he's pretty good sometimes. Like, you'll hit the ball and he'll be like, oh, nice shot, that's on the green. And then, like, it'll roll off. He's like, ooh, I was wrong about that. You know. Like, he changes up his, he makes some funnies, too. That tasted like, that tasted like eagle. Not that I've ever eaten eagle. Boom! Nice shot. Was that? Was that? Yeah, Diane just hold like a 60-foot fucking approach shot.
Okay, for the birdie.
He called Visa. He's like, hey, is there any way we can work out a deal? And they just hung up. Why you no break? Break 없어요. Break arimasen. Exactly. With yourか
4 feet. Let's do this. So at the end of your round,
There it is.
over par.
There it
All right,
is.
thanks for the round. That was.
Yep. So
See you next time.
there's our handicaps. There's our handicaps there. Yep. Donnie, did your handicap go up? You're at a 1.7 now. Oh, you're a plus 1.7. My bad. Yeah, yeah. So you up for one more 9, Kevin, or are you golfed out? Are you up for another 9, or are you golfed out? Scorecard. Yeah, you got a hole in. Yeah, yeah, just whack it right in there. Yeah, handicap rated. No, it's actually beneficial to you because what it does is he has to. It's there's some math involved, but the computer does it for you. But basically, he has to beat you by like 13 strokes in order to beat you because your handicap's 25. But there's math. So one thing about this which is nice is there is a Wolf Creek. Like, do you remember Wolf Creek from the other game we played, Kevin? Yeah. Like, so we can play all of Wolf Creek now. We can play all of him full Schleifer. I'm gonna start another 9 if you guys want to join me. All right. Default white and 1. Oh, wait, what's white? White is yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Let's go to red. So Kevin, when you come into the lobby where it says has the player names and stuff, where it says add players, if you click on that little T icon next, like immediately next to your name, a little drop down will appear. You want to select the
Hello there,
red
and welcome
T's
to the golf club. I'm interested to see what we have on tap here today for this course.
when it comes up. Just tab in pin 1, whatever the default pin is. Yes, sir. You can either do that on the far right, or you can just click on the little thing right next to your name. Yep. By George, he has it.
Oh, look at you skirting danger out there. I stand corrected.
Shouldn't have to. But you can make shit off. I mean, you're producing goods, right? So. All right, Kevin. Kevin, you're going to aim this really far to the right. Kevin, aim really far right because that's going to come across. I would switch to an iron, dude. You're probably going to ground that club out. X and Z. X and Z change clubs, and C toggles through your shot types. I was trying a new mic. I'm going to abandon it. You guys sound like you're tinny, too, so I'm going to go back to my other headset. I was getting hot ears. Yeah, I would. I'd probably even go in iron. Because you don't want to bury it. This, yeah. Yeah. Because you figure your club's hitting it before it's perpendicular, right? So it's going to draw it across your body. Well, of course, you got to factor in the wind. You can't forget about the wind. I love my brother Andrew. He just changed his Steam name to Calvin Coolidge, spelled with 2 O's. That's an awesome username. Him and Guy have been playing a lot of Dark Souls 3. Dude, it is hard and it is bleak and you are miserable but when you get shit done, you know, when you get there, you're like, all right. But yeah, there's nothing makes you feel more alone and defeated than Dark Souls 1. Worklater finished them all. He's a BAMP. I think you should shut the hell up. You know what? I resemble that comment. Dude, if they had them, I'd be all about that. They should have like a fun pack, right? I'd buy it. I got fucking Ronald McDonald shoes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right near the beach. See how the avatar chokes up on the club? What happens if you add a club? I'm saying if he adds a club here, I think that'll... I mean, he's in the light rough. And you have that nice backboard, too. There's like that nice back ramp behind the pin, too, which will forgive. Yeah. Yep, yep. Yeah, yeah. Aim... No, it's aim left because it's a flop. You know, about... And one other thing you might want to do is put some backspin on that flop, too. Swing it hard. That helps. That helps. That helps. Slow down. It's going to roll all the way back to where you shot it. Off the green, through the fairway, into the rough. I'm going to tour the whole green first. Try to find the best spot to putt from. If you guys want to buy a game and only use 2 or 3% of the course, that's fine. I'm going to use the whole fucking thing. Shove it, John. Yeah, that's what a Johnisms. That would have been magnificent. Ugh. He gives you the sometimes too. I think it's pretty funny. Ugh. They should have like an ultra rare one, which is like you suck. Like have like say it like once during ownership. You'll never be able to repeat it. You'll hear it one time. And you'll think you heard it. You'll never be sure. Nice at it. That wanted to go in too. Misogyny. All right, Harvey Weinstein is on the putt here. I used that line in War Thunder the other day. I was getting my ass kicked by all these tanks. And well, as they were shooting me, I was in my Churchill, so I was taking the hits, but I was dying. So I typed into all. I was like, I feel like a young actress at a Harvey Weinstein party. Oh.
4 feet to the hole. You can do that.
Oh, that would have been the perfect response, dude. Me too. Hashtag me too. I hate that putt. Yep. That would have been the killer, right? Because mine was like, you know, mine was a 5. That was like a solid 9 on the return, right? Nice birdie, Donnie. See, here's one of our actual strokes from the old Blitz course on this when we used to play this on Blitz. Yeah, this is the actual Wolf Creek. I think the one we were doing before was, I think someone just named it Wolf Creek, you know. It was nothing like it should have been. This one has that horrible fucking knock it down on the island 100 feet below you shit. I think it's the 9th or the 18th. We used to play it all the time in the Blitz game. That's sitting up on a big shelf, isn't it? Yeah, you've mastered the art of the blow there, Donnie. Not all the blowing in the world's going to help this one. It's blowing towards you. Yeah, towards you. Right on. Like, I didn't account for the wind that much. I only gave it a little bit of click to the right, and I blew way over there. That's right at it. That is right fucking at it. He's going to get a nice little bounce over here, a nice little roll down here. He's got a nice, easy fucking chip. Actually, it's probably easy flop. That's a chip. It's your call. It is exciting, Merc. We're just emotionally vested. If you hit Q, Simplex, you can zoom up to the hole, and then you can hit S to move your camera back to kind of look at the lie and the weight. Yep. Yep. Use your scroll wheel. Your avatar doesn't do it. Wouldn't mind seeing her laying flat. To view it, go ahead and hit Q. Just tap your Q button. That'll zoom you in. And now that you're zoomed in, if you roll your mouse wheel back and forth, you'll see it kind of zooms a little bit in a weird direction. And then if you hold your S and your W keys, you can move that camera angle back and forth. Yeah, and you can also right click and like circle around shit. You can pan around with a right click while you're moving. Rendered on location. Computing. Nice at it, dude. Nice at it. It came. It may have gone in. If you hit it perfectly, it would have gone in.
All right, this next one for birdie.
Sure, just go ahead and dump off the side. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
All
Fuck
right,
me
14
specifically.
feet to the hole.
Donka. Oh, Kevin, see the stroke index up top? One of the numbers up there at the very top of the screen. So this is the second hardest hole on the course as averaged by other players. I don't think I'm even a par shooter on this one. I think I may have gotten a bogey. No? No, I think I'm a bogey. Didn't I bogey it? Yeah. I don't know what I did, but it wasn't good. I remember I three-putted. Oh, I'm in the. Oh, you got an eagle. Yeah. You're yellow. Just trust and just trust. So Kevin, you have all the same flyover controls when you're on, anywhere on the course when it's your turn to shoot. So the Q and the W and the S and the zoomy and the right clicky. Mm. Oh, 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 oh. That it's so much more natural. Oh, Ruth, Ruthie. Yeah, I called her Rudy for years, not knowing that her dad's name was Rudy. That's exactly why she's named Ruth. And she is her father's daughter too. Those two are identical. I think she looked at it as like a term of endearment.
Okay, it's time to send this ball on its
No, I don't
way.
think she was offended at all. I don't think she was bothered by it. I think that it was just. I don't think it bugged her per se. Dude, my whole thing about offended is that's completely on the person who's being offended. I can't control what they're offended by, right? So I don't even care about that shit. If someone's offended, that's completely their situation. It's like one thing to go and shit on someone's. I don't want to edit my feelings, and this is a safe space. Speaking of highness, I'm gonna. Simplex, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Yeah. He's fully dependent now.
All right, let's get this out of the
A
first
40-foot
pass.
flop.
Start putt.
40-foot flop. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Cold-blooded. Stop, 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 stop. Stop. Alright, I'll see you down there, Simplex. Coming your way. Dude, you gotta hear him sing. Whenever he sings, he gotta hits the high notes. It's it's terrible. It's just terrible. So I gave it everything, Kevin. I gave it the full back fucking swing. I took this club all as far back as it would go and just whacked it. Because that hill is long. It's 4 feet and it's long. Goddamn right. No. Every morning that little bus comes and picks him up. Donnie, don't lick the windows, Donnie. Those are dirty. Dude, that's the sad thing about it is there are those brony guys. That terrifies me that bronies are a thing. That scares me. That offends me. I'm offended. Just don't be long. Be right. Nice.
Little 5-footer here, nothing too scary. All right, there's your bogey. Solid putt.
Do what? I've never seen that. Oh, I think that's not a thing. Yeah. I think I have a big dick too. We all can't be right. Well, dreams are coming. You got bad dreams coming. All right. Don't believe the hype. That wasn't a bad one. That was just him sharing. He was just sharing his excitement. You're such a monster. You're a monster. You're a monster, Donnie. We have a winner. Shitty shot of the day. I'm gonna shoot over this 100-foot ledge 10 feet in front of me. I'm sure I can get the loft. Oh, you're trying to... Nice, Dark Lord. Dark Lord, I'll pay you later. There's golden eagles in this for you, Dark Lord. That's right. He's your whipping boy, Donnie. Must be nay nay. Oh god, we are 40-year-old men, motherfuckers. Cease and desist. Oh god, this fucking hole. Holy shit.
All right, let's pop this in the fairway. It's looking good.
God bless America.
Well, I can't get them all right. I am, after all, only human.
Wheels have come off. You just took the hump out of play. At least it rolled afterwards. You're not buried, right? God damn, Simplex. Good luck. So the ball's below your feet. That looks like a fucking. That's like 3 strokes to the green is what it looks like. I hear ya. That might make sense too. You're up and out, that's for sure. Let's see where you end up. Beach to beach. Right near the beach.
Well, looks like this may be in the deep stuff.
Wow, I got out of the sand. I got way beyond the pin though, that's no bueno. This is not a good opportunity. That was about as light as I could do, right? I mean, as soon as it hit the green, it's like, all right, I'm going down here. Nothing I can do about that. I consider like a
We have a
crazy backspin
27
flop, but I
footer
couldn't,
from here
you
to the
know, there's
cup.
no way I could fight it. Right? Oh, a little bit, yeah. I did 2 balls, but I was on a 37 footer, so. I must have hit it harder than or something. Mine didn't break that much. She's wiggling that little tush. Don't give us a premature woo. I guess it's a double, right? I don't think it's the end of the world.
All right, take a gander at the scorecard. 2 over for the round.
A lot of red right there. What's the shot index on that hole? That's a bitch. Yeah, you got one more point. Yeah. It's gonna sit nice on that little flat area too. It's a nice flat lie.
Opposite the fairway.
All right, Mr. Pot.
That ball was launched.
That was a crusher. I put a little topspin on that screen. Like that. I think it's just because we were so above the pin that by putting topspin, all I did was lower the trajectory and it wasn't going to kick. Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah, it had to be flatter. And the nice thing is that it teaches it
Here we're
it
about
teaches you your
130
stroke
yards.
cadence, you know, like how fast to push back and forth. Like that doesn't change. All it changes is how far an angle will deviate. Yeah. So it yep.
This one's gonna need to bite. Whoa, yeah, you hit the green and under regulation on this one. You sink this next putt, and now we're cooking.
The problem with those Ferrari mouses is it costs you $35 to change the batteries. Apparently, like on the high-end supercars, like Ferraris is a perfect example. There's this thing where if a car has 90,000 miles on it, it'll be worth, let's say, 100,000. If it has 120,000 miles on it, it'll be worth like 120 or 30,000 because if all the warranty and all the maintenance were followed, there's a really expensive maintenance at like 100,000 miles. So no one wants to buy a Porsche, I mean a Ferrari with 90,000 miles on it because in 10,000 miles you got to spend like 30,000 bucks. Yeah. So you have to take the whole fucking engine out and everything. It's all the features, like BMWs with all the features are always, there's something always malfunctioning.
You drop this putt, you got yourself an eagle.
They call those automatic jumpers, they call them a BMW briefcase, like those little jump charge kits, you know.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Totally. Our buddy Mark, his battery died in his BMW, and he called AAA, and they're like, "No, we can't jumpstart a BMW. You have to call the dealership. You have to call BMW." You never have dude. BMW is by far one of the like the poster child for, especially like the 745 series and those early aught seasons. Nice shot. He's -1. Oh my god, the misogyny. So you have a nice deep voice. It's your high voice, which is just shrill and horrible. Screaming, sing Blue Moon for us. That's not high enough. Here it comes. God. Here it comes.
For the bird.
Frankie Valance just rolled over in his grave, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I miss mine too. Fuck you. It means that you're stupid and dumb. I think
Okay.
he's got a
Give it
25 handicap. He's kicking everybody's ass. The guy who's not even playing, he's kicking the groundskeeper's ass right now. No, you gave you a 25 handicap. Previous games.
Looking good so far.
See, once you get a little bit of control over it, Kevin, and get a little bit of, once you pass the learning curve, which I admit is steep, you can you have so much more control and finesse and I mean compared to WGT where you just have to time your clicking right, you know. That's the other thing. Dude, a ball goes into the drink, you're like, well, there goes that ball. That's another thing about this game is that there's no grind for skill help, right? Clubs or whatever. I think after like 20 or 10 games with the standards, you can go to the player clubs, which just forgive a little bit less. And after 50 or 60 games on those, I'm still adjusting to the tour clubs now. It's only like my fifth or sixth game with them. Yeah. I would have been discouraged. So you're going to have a little extra added loft on this because of your lie, Kevin. So, that'll eat a little bit of your distance. And you have a nice ass. There's a little bit of a shelf there where it meets the hip, which is disconcerting. I just hope you have an iPhone in your pocket. Yeah, we were discussing that when you were rattling on about your DPI. It was like an old like an old geezer. We were just rambling. I'm offended by that. It offends me that you're taking offense to my offensive comments. Nice. You know, Bob Ross had like a little wildlife sanctuary apparently in his compound. He had raccoons and squirrels and all kinds of stuff that had been injured. Or he was a super cool dude. Now he was a Marine drill sergeant before, and the only way that and his ex-Marines who had been through Paris Island with him as their drill sergeant, the only way that they could prove that it was him is because he's missing half a finger on his left hand, which you don't see that often because of he's always holding his little paint board thing. Dude, they all called him like Breaking Balls Bob, or they had a fucking nickname for him, and he was a hardcore motherfucker. And he went pure. I mean, I'm sure he's probably making up for a lot of that in his further, trying to balance out his life with some gentle, yeah. That's true. That's true. That's true. Dude, not only was he a former Marine, he was the gunny. Not only was he a former Marine who was the gunny, he was also a prison guard at Folsom. So this guy's a badass like through and through. And on top of all that, he's a super fucking nice, sweet dude. Couldn't meet a nicer guy. Yeah, he's fucking aces, dude. He's such a cool dude. Both Jennifer's parents are awesome. And Jerry's parents are awesome. Your parents were okay. Both of your parents were actually pretty cool. They're just a little quirky. That was a nice little hit the brakes. Fucking disc brakes, motherfucker. Not as phenomenal. It's in a crater. I mean, it's got all paths lead to this thing. You just don't want to be left, or you just don't want to be right. It warms. Yeah. The bottom is slightly off to the right, though, I think, right? So you want to be... So you can slow down your shot, yeah. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
See what you can do with this 7-footer.
Yeah, because... Yeah. I was too left. Okay, so you can go too far to the left.
All right, nice little 2-foot putt.
So there's an Ask Reddit, Kevin, and it's like, what should people stop buying is the Ask
Right,
Reddit.
so
There's, the
scored
Keurig
success.
cups, the emoji apparel, all your standard answers. And this one guy said, other people. And then the next line, the next reply is about fucking time, right? And the next line of that is, we did it, Reddit. We have a perfect, like right now, my score or Kevin's score is the mean of our scores, isn't it? Look at that. Perfect dispersal. 4 spread. He's right in the middle. Yeah, like a pig on a spit. Scientists have created nano wood, which is a new material that is as insulating as styrofoam, but lighter and 30 times stronger. Doesn't cause allergies and is much more environmentally friendly. They removed lignin from wood, which turns it completely white. And the research is published in Science Advances magazine. So yeah, they removed they've left like the superstructure of wood, but removed everything else. So what you're left with is this fibrous, styrofoamy white material that's, I don't know. Let me find out. It's from the University of Maryland. See, it's great for building materials. So Beckwich Farm, remembers? Oh yeah, remember this was the one that we had to always add because on the Blitz course we had this hole, but we were down on the ground in front of it. Remember?
Yeah, let's put this in
We had
play.
to wedge it up the hill. Yeah, we were down on the fairway like right before the creek. Yeah, versus. Be right. That's long. That's long as long, long, long. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Now, what were we discussing? I'm sorry, I had tuned you out. I couldn't hear you all over all my awesome. The awesome was so loud here in this room. I couldn't hear anything you guys were saying. Are you watching Merc later? Watch this shit. And listen here. Sploosh. Yeah. Sploosh. I always sneeze after I sploosh. Now don't forget, there's also a splunch, which is when you... Yeah, you want to go Urban Dictionary, which is... oh my god, while watching Magic Mike, I was splooshing so hard that you could take a bath in it. So it's when a girl gets all... Oh, it's female ejaculate. That's what it's called. Sploosh. You could drown a puppy in my sploosh. It's also a smoothie made with peach, banana. That is, it's really got some current to it. We have 2 more holes to go.
Whatever my equivalent of sploosh is, which I guess is just sploosh.
Total sploosh.
Actually, yeah, gotta give him the sploosh.
And whatever my equivalent of sploosh is, which I guess is just sploosh. Only with semen.
Total sploosh.
Actually, yeah, gotta give him the sploosh.
And whatever my equivalent of sploosh is, which I guess is just sploosh.
That's a nice one right there. Yeah, I would have chipped it. I wouldn't have listened to Demon. That was your first mistake right there, was listening to Demon. Don't listen to him. Alright. Oh, Merc, before you go... Why isn't it doing it? Hold on. Here it comes, here it comes. All right.